Good morning and welcome to day one of peak week. I am in my parents' house at the moment. It's about 6:30 in the morning. I've gotten up to make breakfast and go to the gym, get my last normal weight session in before peak week. I'm not entirely sure of the plan of what we're doing workout wise this week. It's 7 days out from show, so I guess we'll just be focusing on a little bit lighter, more of a pump rather than full on weights progression. But yeah, I'm just making up my oats with egg whites, peanut butter and protein, which is my favourite meal of the day. So I'm just going to make it and then I'll show you and then we'll go to the gym. So I didn't film anything / I forgot to film my post-workout meal, but I finished up at the gym. I just did weights, I didn't do cardio. I'll have to go back to do that later, probably in the mount. And then I went home and I had 150 grams of rice, 210 grams of egg whites and about 30 grams of peanut butter. So I'm not gonna lie, that is most of my food for the day gone already, but hey, it's 9:30 and we'll just cope. I am driving to Cambridge now, so I do need to have a bit of mind clarity, and I will probably get a coffee before I head back to the mount. Unfortunately, we've had some rather devastating news in my family this week, and just family has just got to be my number one priority. Even though it's peak week, I could not care less if I place in this show. I just want to be a decent daughter and granddaughter, and family is really important to me. So I'm driving from Rotorua, say goodbye to my mum and my sisters and my nephew, and I'm going over to visit my brother and my grandparents in Cambridge, and then I'll probably only be there for maybe an hour, and then I'll drive back to the mount, which is like an hour's drive, and I'll probably get a coffee, and then I haven't got any food prepped, so my next meal will be when I am at home in the mount. Today is 7 days out from show, like I said earlier, and I am so excited for it to be over and to be able to focus on real life again. I am home and I have jumped into bed. I am feeling really tired, but that's not even the biggest thing. Like, I'm feeling really pissed off that I'm on prep. I'm feeling really angry that I have to put cardio and weights and the things, food, above other people at the moment, and that doesn't come naturally to me. It just makes me feel so sick, and I hate it. And it makes me so angry at myself and angry at prep and angry at the situation. Like, I just want to be there for my family, and I want to be myself again. I want to have energy to give, and at the moment I just don't. And I'm so grateful. My brother just rang me up, and I'm so grateful for his words, because he basically just told me that I need to follow through with this, and that my grandfather and the show are two very separate things, but I can be there for both, and that I need to follow through with what I said I would do for myself, which is the show. And I really needed him to tell me that, because like, I just feel selfish, and some days you just have those days where you're just like, this isn't real life, and I hate that I have to put so much of myself into one day and looking a certain way. Hello, we are back. I've had a nap. I had a little feel sorry for myself moment, and we're back. We're in the kitchen cooking up some chicken, cooking up some rice, having some pumpkin with it, and some beans, and I've had my last of my peanut butter. I could totally have avo or cheese cheese as my fats if I wanted to, but at this point in prep it's so close, I'm just like, oh, we'll just have peanut butter all day and that can be my fats. It's just easier to have less ingredients to keep track of, especially as my coach is just giving me macros at this point, and I just put them into my fitness pal and fiddle around with it. The less food that my body has to differentiate between, the better at this point, just because it's really just streamlined and it's really easy to digest. Feeling fine physically. I mean, I did just lie in bed for 2 hours, so it's a little bit different, but hey ho. Just ready for dinner, and might do some stairs tonight, or I might do them tomorrow after work. We shall see. Good morning, team. It is Sunday morning, 5 however many days you want to count, days out from show. I have just finished up my cardio for the week. I've had my fats this morning. I just had some peanut butter before I came because since starting prep I've been eating a lot earlier in the morning than I used to, and you're gonna stay. Since starting prep I've been eating a lot earlier in the morning, so I kind of wake up ready for food because I finish eating quite early, like around 5 or 6. So I've had my fats. Gonna go home, either have some oats or some rice and chicken. Today is a low carb day. I've got today and tomorrow is low carb, and then Tuesday until Friday are high carb days to really build up my muscles. Got work today, haven't worked for a few days because of everything, so gotta get ready for work as well. See you later. I've just finished work. So far today I have had my oats with egg whites, protein powder, and I've had my peanut butter, and then for lunch I had chicken and rice and beans. I have come home and I'm actually trying for the first time egg whites with cinnamon, like a sweet egg whites, and I've also got my peanut butter because today is a low carb day, which means I'm not eating as much rice as I would normally. Very interesting. Normally I eat a lot of carbs for my body. Well, lately I have been at least, but yeah. I am off to Rotorua to see my parents again, and work tomorrow at my old bakery, which means I'll have a very early start, and I'm a bit worried about it. I think I'm going to have to come home and just sleep, and that will be totally fine. So I just wanted to show you my egg whites and catch my reaction, because I have a feeling I might not like it, but we're going to give it a go. The cinnamon doesn't really disguise egg whites very well. I kind of would just prefer it with salt. It's average. All my food is very average. I forgot how ungodly this hour is. We're awake. Good morning. It is currently about 9:30 on Monday. I'm just eating my breakfast, which I had some peanut butter. Now I'm having 100 grams of cooked rice, about 70 grams of cooked chicken and some beans. It's my last low carb day, or moderate carb day, I guess. It's not that low carb, but I went to work at the bakery today, which went well. I just haven't had a lot of sleep. I had like a really bad sleep last night, which isn't ideal on peak week, but needs must. Got the job done. I was going to have my oats, but I left my protein powder back in the mount, which was very sad because I cooked up my oats and eggs and then I couldn't have them, which was gutting, but that's okay. We will save them for later. Just pop them in the container and add protein powder once I am home. Plan for this morning is to eat, go train my last leg session, and then clean my car and then drive back to the mount. Probably a couple jobs in between, but I've also got another work shift and my retail job this afternoon, so trying to fit it all in. This week's going to be busy, but yeah. It's a beautifully cold and crisp morning in Rotorua. I am at my parents' house. I'm sure I said that I was working at the bakery at 2:30 this morning. And yeah, I'm just going to go to the gym and train now because I do want to clean my car while I am at my parents' house, just because it's a lot more convenient than doing it at my flat. So I'm gonna go train, get my last leg session in, and then have the rest of the day to do some chores. When you come to Rotorua, be prepared that buying a coffee, A, super expensive, and B, is going to be the size of your head. And I forgot to ask for cold water in my Americano, so some spilled onto the lid and I licked it off and instantly burnt my tongue. Anyway, I've had a productive little morning. I had my nap, I had my breakfast, went to the gym, came back, had post-workout, cleaned my car inside and out, half-heartedly. And now I'm going to go to the supermarket, do my cardio, and then head back to the mountain. Look at this sad little dinner of mine. I've got heaps of green beans while I'm still allowed veggies. I've got 50 grams of rice, 100 grams of chicken, and 80 grams of egg whites. Okay, so as you may have been able to tell from today's videos, I haven't been in a super duper positive mood. So I've just been tired and hangry. I think having 2 lower cal days just made me really not excited. I'm also struggling with my digestive system and my gut health, which means that my mental health hasn't been amazing either. I'm getting really frustrated at this point of prep just because I feel like I should be further along than what I am, and it's hard. However, I've got my friend Mariana coming over tonight and we are going to vet our whole body, so to get rid of all of the little hairs so that they won't come through in our tan, and we're just going to try and pump each other up and get excited because it is peak week and it is exciting and we have made it all this way, and I don't want to downplay all of the effort I've put into it. Good morning guys, surprise, I'm in the car again. This morning I have woken up, I had a little bit of rice and a little bit of chicken and some beans, and I am in the car heading to Cambridge. I'm just going to pop over and see my grandparents briefly this morning as I don't start work until 3 o'clock this afternoon. So I thought I'd give you a little update. I didn't film anything after Mariana came over yesterday because I was so tired. I literally just curled up in bed and fell asleep. But I am feeling a little bit more positive today. You know, we're getting through the week. It's only 3 days out and then it's show day. So that is super exciting and I am super stoked. Cardio has been put up to 40 minutes today and I am feeling fine with my food. Like, my food's only going to go up from here. I've done my hardest days, so we're reversing into the comp, which is exciting. Finally got to go to the toilet this morning. It is Tuesday and I hadn't been since Thursday night, so I woke up, my stomach was so swollen, so sore, and I was really glad to go. TMI, but this is what peak week is actually like. Otherwise, I'm just going to drive over to Cambridge, come back, train, do cardio, got some life admin things to do like washing, and then go to work, and that's pretty much my Tuesday. Hello. Today hasn't really gone as expected. Everything is okay, but it's not great. Basically, I have gastro. And I was really struggling with my digestive system for the past 4 days, if you get what I mean. And then today, it's all been relieved. I'm not stoked about it. And it really interrupted me during my weights and cardio this afternoon, and I have called in sick because just not happening. But I thought this is a part of my peak week, and I would like to remember just how not amazing I feel right now. I went to Cambridge, I visited my granddad and my grandma, and it's always a bit emotional. I'm really good at pushing down my emotions, but yeah, it's not nice. And then I came back and I went straight to the gym, and it's now like 3:15. I should have just started work, but I called in sick, and I am cooking up my third meal of the day. I've kind of not really been hungry at all today. I haven't really felt that well. So that in itself is really unlike me. I'm normally always rearing ahead for my meals. But I have just put my oats on to cook slowly away because I think that having some oats will actually help and hopefully make me feel a little bit better. I am feeling pretty optimistic, like I'm pretty positive, but I have had a moment today where I just felt really overwhelmed and really like I'm struggling because I feel like there's so many things going on and no one can relate to everything. So everyone's like very supportive and I'm so lucky, but I have the people who sympathize with me for my family, and I have these people who sympathize for me for bodybuilding, and I have the people who sympathize for me for me moving away, and everything is sort of happening at once, and it is a little bit overwhelming, and it does sort of make me feel a bit ugh. This isn't an easy week for me, and prep's really been a huge journey, and I don't regret it at all, but it has been difficult and there have been some curveballs. There have been many a moment when I felt like quitting and I didn't, and I've stuck with it, and I'm in peak week. I am 3 days away from stepping on stage. I don't necessarily feel ready to step on stage, but I know that in 3 days I will. It has been such a transformative journey. It's really made me realize how disciplined I can be when I put my head down and get to it, and I'm so proud of myself for getting through everything, through COVID, through having a coach who is competing herself, and it has been a journey for us both. I am so grateful that I've pushed through when I didn't think that I could afford it. I am so grateful I pushed through when I didn't think I could physically or mentally handle it. I've gotten through all. You know, when my granddad got sick, I thought maybe I can't do the show either, and I mean, I still have to get to the weekend now, but there have been so many things that I could have used as an excuse, and I wanted to use it as an excuse to stop, and I didn't, because I made this promise for myself and I followed through, and I have never really let myself say it's difficult, because it is self-inflicted. Like, I've made the decision to do this. No one said, Phoebe, do a show. But it hasn't always been easy, and I have really had to push hard. I've had it easier than some people, and for that reason I feel like I'm not working hard enough, and I haven't struggled enough to place. And that's been another challenge too, because it's like I have an imposter syndrome, and I don't know. Peak week is difficult because a lot of emotions arise, and I'm going through a very emotional part of my life, and I'm not an emotional person, so it has been real whack, but we're close. There is something about oats that is just so comforting. Like, my tummy's a bit sore, I don't feel that great, but oats just make it all better. It's amazing. I really am so happy that I still get oats and peanut butter. Same spot, but very different time of the day. I have had a horrific evening of sitting on the toilet. That is all I will say. We have also lost a kg since we woke up. I'll be very interested to see what it is in the morning. Hello, I haven't really spoken for a little while. Today has been fantastic. I had my last ever shift at Lululemon, so that was where I've been working for the past 6 months, and I had my last shift there today. I'm about to go into the gym and do my last proper weight session for prep, which is pretty crazy to think actually. After 15 weeks we are so close to show day. I've got 2 more cardio sessions today and tomorrow, and then I've got weights tonight, back and buys, and then I've got a circuit to do tomorrow. But that's pretty easy peasy, to be honest. Today is a high carb day, so after yesterday I haven't been able to touch rice, but I've got so many carbs to eat that I'm going to have rice when I get home. I have, however, eaten an entire packet of brown rice cakes today because I just had to get through the carbs, and they are a great source of carbohydrate. Not as good as rice for like calories and macros wise, but I mean, I just don't want to end up on the toilet. Oh, and I forgot to say, I also went and got my toes and my fingernails done. So I've gone for a green French tip because my bikini is green. So that's a lot of rice. Okay, I've got that much rice to eat. I've eaten an entire packet of rice cakes today just because I've been putting off actually eating rice because that's what gave me food poisoning. I'm so nervous to eat that. I really hope it's okay. I really hope it's fine. So, how was that? My bum hurts. My quads hurt. And that's not meant to happen.
I thought that was going to be a lot worse than it was.
Yeah, I thought it would be pretty chill, and it was as chill as we take it. Woo, we're done. Next step, stage.
No, next step cardio.
Yeah, do stairs for 35 minutes and then out of here. No, posing. Then we do posing. Yay! Hi! So, just finished at the gym. Did my last little circuit and my last cardio session with Mariana, which was really nice to do it together. We also did some posing in our heels and bikinis. I didn't film any of that because I just didn't really feel comfortable enough to today. I am feeling really good. I'm feeling really happy today. I'm super stoked to have finished all my cardio before stage. Crazy. It's so close now. I also did a body scan, which was super interesting. I'm 12% body fat, which is pretty interesting. I like having data, even though it doesn't affect me emotionally. It's interesting to know. So it was cool. So I've just got back from the salon. I go to Epsilon in the Mount and I absolutely love it, and I love the champagne blonde that they put through my hair. I just get a half head of highlights and I always feel so good after it's done. Tomorrow is travel day, so try and get everything ready, maybe do some meal prep, and then it's all happening over the weekend. Hello and happy day before the show. I am sitting in my very empty bedroom because I also decided that day before the show was a perfect day to move out of my flat. I didn't really decide, just sort of is how it worked out. And now everything is on its way to Rotorua. I'm officially homeless for the next 7 weeks before I go overseas. I'm not, I'm living with my parents, but I've had probably like a third of my food today. I've had like half my chicken, I've had all my fats, and I've got this massive container of rice to eat today, so I'm just slowly making my way through that. I'm feeling pretty full at the moment. I've had a couple of coffees, but no luck on going to the bathroom. I'm looking pretty flat at the moment, pretty small, so just trying to carb up so that my muscles look good tomorrow. I'm just going to go finish packing my car. It's literally like one more thing to go, and then I'm going to pick up some raw slices which I got from my old workplace as a bit of a treat for post show and to share with my family and stuff. And then I'm driving over to Cambridge to visit my granddad, and then from Cambridge I'm going to Taupo. And yeah, I really just wanted to relax today, and I don't feel stressed, but I definitely don't feel relaxed, so I'm looking forward to getting to Taupo, just putting my feet up, just chilling. It's all happening, we're moving, and I'm happy about it. Car is full of petrol and we are on the way to Cambridge and then on the way to Taupo. Woohoo! We're in Taupo. I haven't filmed any of my food today. Basically, I ate just a lot of rice, a tiny bit of chicken, and a tiny bit of peanut butter. And I feel like that wasn't that exciting, so I didn't really want to film that. But me and Mariana are here. We're about to go get our tans all sorted. Otherwise,
little shower
caps to protect our blonde hair. And otherwise, we're pretty much just going to chill for the night. Tomorrow's a big day. Just waiting on our tans at the moment. They're about half an hour behind, which is sweet, but we have been here for like an hour already and I'm so ready for bed. So we got all registered and just waiting on tans. I'm quite cold, so it's going to be really annoying having cold air sprayed at me with my tan. That's okay. Just chilling. Just the stuff that matters. We are all tanned up. It is like 10:15 on Friday night. You have to get up at like 6:15 tomorrow morning, and we look like we've just rolled around in some mud, and holy fuck, get into a heater. It is so cold. Hello, I am all tanned up, back home, about to hop into bed. Just packing up my suitcase of things that I'm taking tomorrow, and I'm sure I've forgotten some stuff, but I thought I'd run through a few of the things that are super important to have on your show day. First off, obviously I've got my heels, and I've also got my robe in there, which I'm happy to get tan on, and I can wear that over top of my bikini as I wander around backstage. I've got some little weights to pump up. I've got a black oversized t-shirt, just the same as the robe. I can put it over my bikini, and then I can wear that one into town afterwards as well. I've got cups to pee in. I've got hairspray, straighteners. I'm going to put in my comb and probably a hairbrush. I've got my bikini and my jewelry, which you will see tomorrow. And then I've got baby wipes, I've got a little sewing kit, I've got my number, I've got some spare undies for after the show. Tomorrow I'll pack my food, lollies and water. That's about all I need. But yeah, I'm gonna hop into bed now and finish this vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. Onwards and upwards from here. Good night.